Okay, back in Imagine, I now have a bit more time, and at the moment I'm heading back to the tunnels, because I left, having run out of time. Apparently the user behind me has a Satanta, so I'm just gonna take a look who that person is. That's the summon I really want to get, the Satanta. Let's see. Okay. Now I'm back in the tunnels, and I'm trying to find somebody that I can join. As you can see, there are a lot of people at the moment, and that's because this is the main channel. And right now I'm shouting to get noticed because I learned I can't go into the gold dungeon because I'm not exactly full-fledged demon buster yet. So instead I'm gonna have to go through silver, which is where I'm going now. And with this team, I actually, in all honesty, I went through this dungeon about 3 times today. The first time was early on this morning, which is what this gameplay is. But later on, I started again in the afternoon, and I went through it twice. But this team ultimately we managed to actually get through this alive, fortunately, unlike last time. Oh yeah, you get to see what the boss is. Because I failed to stop recording at this point. Yeah, it's a big one of those things. Now, this is much later, so I'm still in the dungeon, and I'm trying to analyzing some people. Actually, this was another time I went through the dungeon, and I went through it twice. And I went with a party of 4 or 5. Yeah, this party. The Phoenix kind of obscures much of everything, which is a problem. But I recognize one user has the Phoenix, one user has a Huapo, one has a Unicorn, and one has Earthrus. But there's one thing I'd like to say about this team, and that is they are unimaginably powerful. Because basically we go into a field and blast everything. So basically I didn't even have to lay a hit. Everyone else did it for me. And that's because I felt that I kind of got in the way, and at the moment, we're all done. See how quick that was? That's how quick a typical battle with them was. Okay, and at this point, we decided that with that we can go in again. So that's what we ultimately decided to do. But I know some users actually want to get into the silver tunnels. So we went back here again. And we did some more fighting. Basically, the structure of this hasn't changed much. Because we're still pretty powerful, and I think it's mostly so the newbies can actually get some experience while being sheltered under the wing of more advanced players like the ones leading the way. And certainly I'm not the one that has that experience, but I need to get experience nonetheless. This is me having left the tunnels, and that's because nobody was there to form a team, and plus I kind of got a little bored of going through the same dungeon 3 times in one day. So I decided to try something else, and that is there's a Gyuki, which is level 25 in the forests. So what I decide to do is go into the forest and fight the Gyoki. Or hopefully fight one and see if there's more experience. I'm in the forest right now and I'm shouting to see if anybody was here. There are actually a lot of players here, but they didn't exactly respond. And they're actually more closer to the town, which is Babel. Shinjuku Babel, I think. And I still went through the forests. It's really tough, especially with the Garms that randomly attack you in every turn. But there are a lot of Will-o'-the-Wisps, and I noticed there are also Pyro Jacks. And indeed, one user was correct. They do said, "Oh baby," when you kill them. And once I get to Babel, I changed my wardrobe, or at least from the waist down. And this user kind of got in the way. I was trying to show what I looked like. I got a new hat, I got some new pants, and some new shoes. So basically I have this baggy, almost poor kind of look. Basically I look kind of like a slacker, especially with the baggy camouflage pants and sandals. This is what I look like now, and I got a better sword. So, I'm just showing. I just did this because I leveled up twice and I need to adjust my stats. So, yeah, it's Morio. I'm trying to head back to Babel, but I ran into this one user and I decided to talk with her. She was actually pretty nice and pretty understanding about the fact that I've played quite a bit of Shin Megami Tensei games, but mostly Digital Double Saga and Nocturne. So, ultimately I went back to Babel and I logged off there. So I'm just going to finish this entry here.